Greetings and welcome to Monster Legends for another special feeding episode. This time we're going to be feeding a lady that I picked up on the limited path in the Time Guardians maze, which is going to be ending tomorrow morning. This, of course, is my first nemesis monster, Llum the Magical Matriarch. And of course, Llum is a legendary. She's light. She's very spiritual. Unfortunately, she's part of the evil legions, though she is exclusive and is in a Halloween book, although I don't think she tells people about that. Unfortunately, Llum's magic was not able to unlock any extra rune slots, so we're probably going to have to spend some gems on her in the future. Alright, for now, we want to stuff her with tomatoes and see some skills, so of course she's going to be over here on the Ladies' Island. Okay, so that was a complex thing there. She's still done as a little question mark there. Okay, I guess it hasn't loaded that yet. I had a little bit of an issue and had to reinstall. Alright, so where is she? She's over here. This is Shizma. No, it's not Shizma. We're going to find some kind of a good name for her. Alright, so this is Llum the Magical Matriarch. And of course, she is a nemesis. So she's got a really nice trait here, where she's got all status effects have a 50% chance to be less accurate against her of this unique cast. She's also light, like I mentioned before, so let's look at her stats. Her strength isn't really terrific, but then again, that's not what I believe she does. Her life is good, by the standards in which she came along. These days, it's about normal, right? Her speed is pretty good, so I'm guessing from what I know, that is she's going to be kind of like a Healy supporty type. So speed would actually be rather useful for that. Alright, let's check out her initial skills. We have Fight for Your Right. Okay, deals low physical damage to one enemy. And then we have Obsolete Heritage. Deals moderate light damage to one enemy. And then we have her special skill, Dark Side of the Sun. Does she have an album that goes along with it? All enemies will be instantly defeated after 3 turns. Okay, doesn't Metalhead have that? I think he does, so... But it's a good one, though. It's a good one. If it did a little something extra, maybe for her own team, it would have been better. Just me. Just me. Llum and her brother Ingvar were a great team, though she was obviously the smarter and more powerful of the two. She could not stand it when the Light Army chose Ingvar over her as a general, so she left. Now she is back, and those who dissed her are in for a painful lesson. Okay, so she got messed up because her brother got picked over her, and she went out and joined the evil legions. I think that's just a little bit of an overreaction. Okay, well, you know what? It's tomato time, because we need to level her up, and, of course, see some skills. So, I guess her first evolution is at level 4. There we go. Okay, there she is. She's very floaty. She's got her staff, and she's got like a little ball of energy there or something like that. And she threw it up in the air and went and got it. Okay, so let's continue. We want to see some skills now. The first one is at level 7. Real Rumors. 50% chance of applying blind, damage reduction, and stamina leak to all enemies. Oh, that's interesting. Whoa, that's a 0 cooldown and a 0 stamina. Okay. It's only a 50% chance. If it was a 100% chance, I'd be keeping that. Alright, so let's continue to level 10. And another skill. Opinion Rejected. Deals moderate magic damage to one enemy. 50% chance of applying stun to one enemy. Okay, so she's going to be stunning. She is stunning, though. She's truly stunning. If she'd just come back so we could see her. There she is. She's stunning. Alright, so let's continue to level 15. Another skill. Divine Mission. Applies energy regeneration to all allies. Alright, so that's pretty good right there. And again, 0 cooldown, 0 stamina. I'm not going to be keeping that one. I know that. So just put it there. It's a supporty thing. We'll hold on to it for now unless something better pops up. Alright, so let's get to level 20 for another skill. Silver Bridge. Deals very heavy special damage to one enemy, removes positive status effects, and applies special weakness and stamina leak to one enemy. Alright, I'm just going to throw that there for now. That's a pretty good skill. It's even better if the remove positive status effects had been first. That way, if they had been shielded, you know, it would remove the shield. We see that a lot now. I guess it's kind of a new thing. Alright, so let's continue to level 20. And there's skill and their final form. Comforting Words. Heal one ally by 40%, removes all negative status effects, and applies regeneration and stamina regeneration to one. Alright, so that is like a super version of Encouragement, which does a heal, but it's only for one individual. For the moment, I'm going to put it there, because I don't know what else to do with it. I need to see what their final skills are going to be, right? Alright, so let's continue to... Oh, by the way, and of course, there she is. Her final form. Okay, she left. Well, we'll see it later. Let's get some skills, though. Level 30. Powerful Discrepancy. Deals moderate magic damage to all enemies. 50% chance of applying stun to all enemies. Okay, so that's a zero. That's a, pardon me, that's a 1-round cooldown, so that's not a bad skill. I'm going to put that one there. We'll figure out what we're going to do with healing later. I mean, she doesn't really have a big damage. It is only a 50% chance of a stun, but it is a 1-round cooldown, so she could use it every other round. We'll see. We'll see. She's probably got better stuff, right? All right, so let's continue to level 35. Shut up. Deals massive magic damage to one enemy. Applies stun to one enemy. All right, so that's an outright stun. That one, nah, we're not going to do that. Big old hit, big old stun right there. So this one here, I mean, those two guys work pretty good together, don't they? Okay, and the massive thing, remember, her strength really isn't terrific, so she's not going to do a lot of damage. And I get the idea that you're probably not going to put strength on her anyway, but who knows? We'll have to see all of her skills first. We have at least 2 to go. I believe it's 2. And Sabotage Rations. Ooh, that was kind of evil. Deals moderate special damage to all enemies, applies special weakness and stamina leak to all enemies, removes positive status effects from all enemies. Alright, well that is just a really good skill right there. That might be better than this one, because it does so much more. See, this one here is a 50% chance of stunning. Yeah, I don't know about that one. This one here does special damage. This one here gives special weakness, right? And a stamina leak, and then removes positive status effects. One way or another, you have to keep that one. I'm going to put that there for now. And like I said, we're going to have to put this together and figure out what we're going to do, right? I mean, she's not a damage dealer at the moment. I have like damagey stuff. We're going to have to put some support on there. But I do want to see what she's got first, right? All right, so we're getting at least one more skill here. And I think this is it, actually. Comforting Words. We might work that in somewhere. All right, so let's continue. Try to get that last skill. A Leader's Shout. Removes all negative status effects from all allies, applies damage boost, and heals allies by 30%. 2-round cooldown. That's not so bad at all. I'm not losing that one, obviously. That one does the stun. See, this one here is removing positive status effects. And we actually just saw... This one here is the group version of this one. Because it applies special weakness, stamina leak, removes positive status effects. This one here, pretty much the same. I mean, it's a good hit. That's a better hit. But I mean, it's more important to do all of these things to the entire group so that the rest of the team can do something. So I think for the moment, I'm going to keep this new one. All right, I think we got all the skills for now. So what we're going to do is we're going to level her up to 60. Then we're going to take a look at the skills, and we're going to see what I believe I'm talking about here. I mean, that is not so bad. But the thing is, I just don't think I can fit it in there, you know? We'll take a look at her skills and see maybe we can get that in there. And it's Overbridge. Yet this one here is good damage, but these effects are already being done by the group one, Sabotage Rations. And like I said, her strength really isn't terrific. It's the effects that really are more important for her. All right, so let's go in here for a moment. First things first, we're going to look around here. Right, now this one here, like I said, that's a group version. It doesn't do as much damage, but it does all the other things that you want it to do, right? It removes positive status effects, right? It gives this the special weakness, which means that special hits will do more damage, which is a good thing. And it gives the stamina leak. So you don't really need the single target one, right? Comforting words. Now that's interesting. I mean, we only have one heal at the moment, which is this one. But the thing about it is I do happen to know there's something else coming. This one, which was only a 50% chance for a stun, and I think I kept the group one that was like that, and that one really wasn't very useful. All right, so if my knowledge is right, yeah, here we go. So obviously, she's a nemesis. You're not going to get all the skills available to you immediately, right? You have to rank her up. Now, looking at this one, it's actually kind of cool that I have this one right here, because this does seem to match up with it, even though this one doesn't have the healing. So at 105, you get this one, Battlefield Speech, removes all negative status effects, applies double damage and precision. It doesn't do the heal. I believe that you need here... No, this one is just a heavy damage. Oh, and this one blinds and damage reduction. So I think I know she does get a heal. Heavy magic damage and stun. Actually, I guess I was wrong about that. She doesn't get any other heals other than the two that we got. But these other ones are very good. Now, with this, is this one, you know, I'm looking at this. Is this one worth throwing in like 120 light cells to get? Not really. Because, I mean, at this point, I kind of want the heal, you know? I mean, unless I want to go with the single target one, right? I mean, this one is better. You know, heavy special damage to all, especially if you made them weak to special damage already. And then positive status, removes positive status effects, applies blind and damage reduction. That one would be good. And of course, this one here, heavy magic damage to all and stuns all of them, right? So it seems that she gets more, after this one, she gets more damage down below here. So there are two heals that she gets. This one, which is a single target one round cooldown, and there's this one over here. The big part is removing negative status effects. Also 30% heal is pretty good too. Well, the damage boost is a nice throw-in. It's just that I don't think I can remove anything else that she's got. Alright, we have this one, which has got only a 50% chance of stunning. It could be kind of useful. Maybe I take it out. I don't know. This one is hard to take out because it is a one-round cooldown, right? Oops, didn't mean to do that. This one we looked at already. Do I want to take this one out? I mean, this is a single target stun, which could be very useful, but do you want her for support? I mean, I could see taking this one out for the single target heal. And then we have this one, Sabotage Runes. This is an important one for her because this one is going to give special weakness, it's going to give the stamina leak, and it's going to remove positive status effects. That really should be first, though. You know, these days, they know enough to do that. I think for now, I'm going to stick with what I got, and we'll see how she plays. I might take this one out and use the other one, Comforting Words, because... you know, this one is a one-round cooldown, so I need to do something else for the next round. So if I want more damage, then I can follow up with this one, or I could use this one first and then go to the other one. Actually, this one was light, right? Yeah, oh, pardon me, this one is magic. This one is magic. So I think I'm going to stick with what I got for now, and then we'll figure out where we want the single target heal later. All right, let's take a look at her stats at 60. Yeah, her strength is under 2,200, but that's not really what she does. So, I mean, you look at the damaging attacks, she's not going to really do as much as she could because, you know, that's not what she does. So it's kind of easy to take out that massive damage hit. I took the massive one out, right? No, I took the other one out. I think it was very heavy or something like that. Because the thing is that she just doesn't got the strength for it. And you're not going to put strength on her either, right? All right, her life is okay. It's, you know, 14,000. Once upon a time, that was great. It's just that everybody seems to be getting that now. But she's definitely not fragile. Her speed is actually pretty good there. 2233 is pretty fast. So you're going to be able to get her to go fast to utilize that speed and have her use her skills out there in good order. So that's the thing about it. Of course, you have to decide, do you really want her to push her up to like denial speed, or do you want to maybe supplement her with some support stuff? Because she is a support. She is support. All right, tell you what, why don't we take a look at her skills and then decide what we're going to do with her, right? Assuming she's okay with that. Okay, we have Powerful Discrepancy. Deals moderate magic damage to all enemies, 50% chance of applying stun. All right, so this could apply stun. It's decent enough damage, given her strength. But it is, of course, a one-round cooldown, so she can use this every other round. I mean, she could land some stuns. If someone else in the group actually has a guard down, then it will stun. So that's kind of an interesting idea for setting up a team there, All right, and then we have this one. Leader Shout. Removes all negative status effects from all allies, applies damage boost, and heals for 30%. So this one here will remove all kinds of terrible things like stun and torture effects, maybe possession too. It'll give them a damage boost, which means they'll do 50% more damage, and of course it'll give them a 30% heal. It's got a 2-round cooldown, so you can use it once every 3 rounds. So that's not so bad. It makes me wonder if I do want the single target heal, but I guess I would probably swap it with this one. Here we have Shut Up. I don't know if she's saying that to somebody else or other people were saying it to her, but obviously it has a very emotional thing for her, considering it's the name of one of her skills. Deals massive magic damage to one enemy, applies stun to one enemy. All right, we'll take the massive thing with a grain of salt because, again, her strength isn't going to be too good, but it is a maze stun. So that could be very useful in a situation, right? Now, the first one only has a 50% chance of stun. This one has got, maze stun. If this was actually maze stun instead of 50%, I wouldn't take this one. I would already be putting the heal in there because if she's going to stun every other round, then she doesn't need this one. But you know what? 50%, this could end up being kind of useful. And then we have this one, probably her most useful skill, Sabotage Rations. Deals moderate special damage to all enemies, applies special weakness and stamina leak to all enemies, removes positive status effects. All right, so obviously it's going to do damage. It's going to put special weakness on them, which means that special attacks will do more damage. Kind of like this one. This is a special attack. It'll do more damage. This could be very useful for the rest of the team. Also, it's going to put a stamina leak on them, so they will drain stamina over time. And it will remove positive status effects, which means all kinds of good things. Now, I would really like it if it led with that, but that's kind of a new thing they're doing these days, having the removal of the positive status effects before the damage. See, if everybody was shielded or evading, this isn't going to do anything until the last line, right? The only thing this skill would accomplish if you were using this against, say, an Elvira team in the first round, would be it'll remove the evade. It won't do anything else because they evade everything else until that last line. At least that's the way it looks. It'd be kind of hard to practice that without actually having Elvira around. She's very good, obviously. She's very good. She is a bit on the older side, in terms of like a little while. More modern-wise, you could range some of the things a little bit different in her skills, and they might be a little bit better. But for what she is, she's actually very good. Very good indeed. And of course, remember, you have those other skills down there, so in order to access them, you have to rank her up. I have to say, though, I wouldn't blow the 120 light cells or elementium on getting that first rank up, because that first skill really isn't worth it. If it was one of the other ones, I would strongly consider it. The group blind, the group stun that do the heavy damage. But as it is right now, I don't think I would do that. I just don't think that first skill is really worth it, and I would have to throw in another 150 to reach the second rank. And there are individuals I'd rather do that to besides her. She's good, it's just that she's not really worth the ranking up, in my opinion. In terms of runes, you really could go any way with this. I would definitely have some speed on her to take advantage of her good speed. you would probably also want to put some support stuff on her as well. I'm thinking like a really good speed and then a good support speed. Do you want support damage or maybe support life on her? Something like that. Maybe support damage. Or maybe you could just go 2 speeds and a support speed. I definitely would not go 3 speeds because you don't really need her for denial. I mean, if she's your denial, you got a problem unless you rank her up to get that stun one down at the bottom there. I mean, if you did rank her up to get that, then yeah, then you can go denial speed with her. But I mean, the thing is, I wouldn't do that. I would like her going faster, but I think if she was giving life to the party or giving damage to the party, as well as giving some extra speed, I think that would work out better. I would put 1 good speed on her, but then I would go with support from that point on. And then you'd have to decide what your party needs at that point, right? Anyway, so this is Llum the Magical Matriarch. And of course, she is a Nemesis creature. She's my first Nemesis creature, and she's probably going to be testing pretty darn soon. So anyway, thank you very much for your attention. I really appreciate it, and play games because games are fun. See ya.